The name of this movie is Grimcutty 2022. A woman who goes to her son's room to check what he is doing is shown as the film starts. Who goes to her son's room to check what he is doing, having found him asleep, and she came back to her room. On the internet, she begins to read about the disadvantages of the internet. It was written that the internet is spoiling children. It forces them to take the wrong step. Children do anything without thinking. Meanwhile, her son wakes up. When he comes out of the room, he sees a scary monster outside the house. He does not fear, he takes a knife to face it. The monster also started coming inside the house, but suddenly the child goes to his mother's room in fear and stabs her in the stomach. The scene shifts from here and comes to the main character Asha. She is a YouTuber and uploads videos every day on her channel, but she has only 9 subscribers, because of which she is very worried. She has 3 people in her family: mom, dad, and a younger brother. Today there was a function in her brother's school, for which they were about to leave. They decide that no one will take the phone outside. The 4 left their mobile at home. When her brother was singing, Asha comes out and comes to her friend. Inside, a man tells her dad that a monster is quite viral on the internet, that he is visible to the children, and forces them to harm themselves. In this process, a child attacked his mom with a knife. Asha sees from her friend's mobile that her videos are still not getting views. Just a comment vow has come from her classmate. Asha's friend says that the girl is very strange. I don't know what the meaning of her wow can be. Asha's dad comes out, seeing her using the mobile. He starts explaining while getting angry. My child, the age you have now, you will not get it again. Don't waste it again. After which this family comes to their home. Asha's mom sees that she has posted things like tension and depression on her ID. Her dad also reads about such things, seeing which he was worried. Then Asha's mom and dad both get a picture of that monster, which forces the children to do the wrong work. It was quite scary to see. Because of this, both make their children sit next to them and explain that there is a lot of talk of a monster on the internet these days, which become visible to children, and forces the children to do the wrong work. You can get this online anywhere, so keep a little attention. Stay away from the internet as much as possible. After this, Asha was watching the videos of her friends, who were talking about the same monster, whose name is Grimcutty. Then Asha also messaged that yes, I also found out about this today. Now her mom and dad's worries had increased about the internet, because they found out that a child tried to cut his hand. They start searching the internet quickly. Grimcutty, and with this fear of them, someone came out of her house. The next moment, Asha also sees Grimcutty in her house. She is also very scared and shouts loudly. Hearing her scream, her dad comes and takes care of her. The police come to their house again. Asha tells them that I also saw Grimcutty. He was quite tall with red eyes and big teeth, just like this picture. He was looking scary. Hearing this, the officer says that news of this kind is coming from all over the city, and I don't think anything like the monster could exist. Who knows, a group is playing with you and the rest of the people. After Asha's departure, the officer tells her mom and dad that I think all the children are lying. There are rumors about Grimcutty, which may be visible to the children, because everyone has put the internet on their mind. Hearing this, her dad got angry. He goes to Asha's room and takes her laptop and mobile. In the morning when she wakes up, her parents say that we are trying to do something, that all 4 of us should stay away from the laptops and mobiles. Don't use the internet, at least for a week. They then show their children a safe box, in which things made of electricity are kept. Seeing this, Asha's brother thought that this is a game, so he quickly brings his mobile and laptop and puts it in the safe box. Asha does not agree. Then her mom explains that since you have become a YouTuber, you have started to be worried. The more you stay away from these things, you will be fine. She replies that I was not hallucinating. I really saw Grimcutty. Hallucinate means some things that doesn't happen could be seen. But her dad does not listen. Her mobile is snatched. In the meantime, Asha sees Grimcutty again. She got scared and she screams. Immediately leaves from there. She comes to her brother and says, "You liar, don't act in front of me. I know you must have arranged to use the internet. Take out your other laptop." Her brother had really hidden his other laptop, in which both of them start searching about Grimcutty. But their dad turned out to be very clever. He removes the Wi-Fi wires. After everyone's sleep, Asha tries to open the safe box, which was locked. She also opens it with a knife. She takes out her mobile and checks. Then 2 messages from her classmate had come. Asha video calls her. She was telling that I also saw Grimcutty. But by then her mom and dad came here. Seeing whom, Asha runs to her room. Her dad found out that Asha has stolen her mobile from the safe box. He goes to her room, but Asha came out of there with the mobile. Her classmate also includes her friend in the video call. She was saying that another girl has cut herself because of Grimcutty. Her classmate says, listen to me. I am going now, but don't be on leave tomorrow. Do come to school. With this, Asha sees Grimkitty in her garage. She runs in fear. Then Grimkitty also starts following her. He holds Asha's hand and cuts her. She also attacks him with a knife and closes the door. Then her mom and dad came. They feel that Asha has cut her hand. They scold her and keep a cloth on her hand. She was hurt. That's why they forbid Asha to go to school tomorrow. She makes an excuse that there is a test tomorrow. Can't take leave. But the excuse didn't work. Her dad forbids her. Asha then says, why will I hurt myself? And if you want everything to be fine, then let me go to school. Please. Her mom understands Asha and says, okay, my child, you can go to school. There were very few children in the school, due to the situation in the city. Asha meets her classmate in the washroom. She says, I don't have a mobile either. My mom and dad have also taken it and kept it in the safe box. The two of them started talking about it. How did our mom and dad come to know about the safe box? From where did they've read about this? Anyway, both of them leave from here and go to their classmate's house, who is very rich. And there was a party going on in his house. They came here to use the internet because his mom and dad were not at home. That rich boy also agrees that no problem. If you don't have a mobile laptop, you can use whatever you want. Now, a boy makes a video at the party in which he was acting with a knife. That Grimkitty has taken us under his control. Asha's mom and dad find out that she did not come to school today. Then they both start using her laptop. They get a post from a woman named Melinda, and through this post, their mom and dad found out about the safe box. There was also a picture of Grimkitty, seeing which the classmate thinks that Melinda is the woman whose son attacked with a knife. This means the woman from the start. Then she says, okay Asha, now I have to go, because my mom and dad must be waiting. Asha asks, what did your wow mean? Did you like my videos or not? The classmate replies that yes, it was good. But you are not the same as you look in the videos. You always look worried. Asha's mom and dad get that video on the internet, in which everyone was pretending to come under the control of Grimkitty. That is, what was made at the rich boy's house, in which they are also surprised to see Asha. It was night. Asha was still at the rich boy's house. She video calls her brother, who was telling her that mom and dad have come home looking for you. Where are you? They are angry. You will be insulted. Asha replies, okay, leave these things. There is a woman named Melinda. Get her information as soon as possible. And with this, she sees Grimkitty outside the house. She was thinking of running. But before going, she puts this post on the internet. That Melinda is the woman who spread the rumors of the internet and Grimkitty among everyone. Her post is also seen by her mom and dad. They started getting more worried. Asha comes down and comes to the party. Even there Grimkitty sees her, which the rest of the children were not able to see. Then he comes and grabs her by the neck. He took out a knife and started cutting her leg. But now as soon as Asha attacks him with a knife, he runs away. Asha's mom and dad came to the rich boy's house. After seeing Asha injured, they feel that she must have cut herself. But in reality, Grimkitty had done all this. Her mom and dad take care of Asha. She asks them, he was right in front. That is, Grimkitty, you did not see him. They ignore her words. Asha's brother had got the address of Melinda's house. To tell this, he started calling his sister. But then he sees Grimkitty standing behind him on the screen, which was disappeared in the next moment. When Asha's mom and dad come home, her brother was lying unconscious on the ground. Asha was also injured, so she is taken to the hospital. When she comes to her senses, she sees her brother lying on the bed next to her, which was out of danger at the moment. Her mom tells Asha that I have found a good psychologist for you, after which she leaves from here. Asha checks her brother's laptop, which gave her the address of Melinda's house. She also comes out wearing normal clothes. She found out that her classmate had also admitted to the hospital. She goes to meet her, whose leg was injured. Her classmate tells her that I also saw Grimkitty. He attacked me and injured me. Asha tells her that I have found Melinda's address, and reveals that whenever our parents are scared, because of the bad influence of the internet, we only see Grimkitty. Asha's mom sees that she has run away from here, but when she sees Melinda's address on the laptop, then she understands that she must have gone there. Asha goes to Melinda's house and says that I am working on a project. That's why I have come to meet you. I had seen your post about Grimkitty. Melinda replies, but I did not put any such post. Then Asha directly asks her, are you the one whose child attacked his own mother with a knife? She said yes. There was such a problem in my family, but now everything is fine. Asha continues to ask that you really do not know what is going on in the outside world about Grimkitty, safe box and such things. People blindly trust your posts. But ignoring her words, she tells Asha to go from there. And she also goes inside. She checks the dustbin on Asha. on which she finds Melinda's laptop, tab and mobile phone. She now quietly enters the house. She begins to go to Melinda's son's room. There were big locks on his door. When she comes inside, she finds Melinda's son, who was not in a normal condition. In fact, he was lying on the ground with a lot of fear. And then Melinda comes here with a gun. By then Asha's mother also comes, from whom Melinda comes and meets. Asha tells her mother that she has a gun, and she locks her son in the room. But she does not believe her words, because she knew that my daughter Asha always hallucinates us. She slaps her and starts taking her from there. When the two were sitting in the car, then Grimkitty comes there, because Asha's mother was very angry with her. But when she breaks the window of the car and takes out her anger, then Grimkitty disappears from there. And now her mother comes back to Melinda's house and says that my daughter Asha is not a liar. By the way, where is your son? Saying this, she comes inside the house. She says that you have spread the rumor of Grimkitty, because of which I and the rest of the people have so bear a lot. So tell me all the truth. I will go from here. Melinda tells that I don't know myself. Where did Grimkitty come from? One day I saw that my son was cutting himself. To save him, I have kept him locked. Saying this, as soon as she gets scared, Grimkitty reached her son. Asha's mother quickly goes to her son, who was hanging in the air, because Grimkitty had caught him from the neck and hung him in the air, but he was not visible to Asha's mother. Melinda then comes with a gun, but her son again attacks her with a knife, by which she falls down. He attacked his mother with a knife to calm her down. Now Asha and her mother take Melinda's son to the hospital. Her mother convinces Asha and loves her, because now she was convinced that Asha was telling the truth. Grimkitty really exists who is doing all this, and this is not a rumor. Asha's classmate's friend tells Asha that the condition of the classmate is very bad. Maybe she couldn't save herself. Asha's mother tells her dad that our children are right. They are telling the truth. They have no mental problem. Anyway, the police come here and take Asha's mother to investigate Melinda and her child. Asha's brother, when he was standing in the hospital hall, he sees Grimkitty there. As soon as he runs away from there, Asha grabs him and brings him to the room, and was telling that I met Melinda, and I found out that whenever our parents are scared, Grimkitty is visible to us only then and attacks. This is the reason that Melinda's son attacked his own mother, just to distract her and calm her down. And now I also know how to stop Grimkitty. Her brother asks, "Are you going to attack Dad?" Now Grimkitty comes and grabs her brother by the collar. Seeing this, Asha comes out to save her brother, trying to normalize her dad by distracting him. As soon as his fear is reduced, Grimkitty leaves her brother, and from there his brother also ran away. Now Grimkitty comes and grabs Asha, although she attacks him many times with a knife. But this is of no use, because he was not even feeling pain. He shows Asha by cutting his tongue. Then her dad came there, and she attacks him with a knife. Seeing this, Grimkitty runs away from there, but he attacks Asha again. Grabbing her by the collar, he throws her in the air, which her dad had also seen and understood that my daughter Asha was right. Grimkitty is there, but he isn't visible to him. So now, to relax himself normally, he gives himself an injection, because of which Grimkitty leaves her and runs away from there. Her dad apologizes to Asha that, "Forgive me, my child, I did not believe you, although you are true." Then everyone else also came here and take Asha's dad to the hospital. In the next scene, we see Asha making a video again. She answers the question that yes, Grimkitty can come back, but we all have to stop him. We will not attack our mom and dad. In fact, they will be relaxed and happy. Then her dad, classmates, and Melinda's son's condition also began to improve, meaning everything was becoming normal. In the end, she says that no matter if Grimkitty comes, we are also ready to face that devil. This movie completes on this scene.